the road to the Harvest Host. So we're trying to utilize Harvest Host a little bit more when we have some areas that we don't really want to stop in for multiple days. If we just need kind of an overnight stop, we're going to try to utilize our Harvest Host membership a little bit more. So we're on the way there. Alright, so we arrived here at our Harvest Host in South Haven, Michigan, and we're at Bumbleberry Acres. See behind us, got some little buddies out here that come down here to check out. But they have a corn maze here. It's a blueberry farm, so they're currently closed. They're only open like Thursday through Sunday. But the owners met us here, let us go through the store. We found some really good things to try out. For now, we're gonna check out the animals, let Dylan pet some animals, and then head on back to the RV and get some dinner going.
Hey Mom, they need to update the status. It says it's a very shy pig. That's the one that just came on over.
Yeah.
Did you pet him?
Can you reach him? Like you might have to. Oh.
See how shy he
He's
is?
a little skittish because he's.
You might have to reach him down here to reach him.
Yeah, I think he's a little more skittish there because he's younger, so he hasn't been around as many people.
Ooh, they have a nice mud hole down here.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, this guy said he wants some love. This guy said he wants to be petted.
What's up? What's up? What's up, dude?
Do you want to pet him?
Sure.
Hey. I got no food for you, boss.
It's older. It has a white nose.
Yeah.
It's older.
That guy.
Amazing.
Alright, so we're wrapping up our overnight stop here at Bumbleberry Acres.
South Haven, Michigan.
Yeah, peaceful night, good night's sleep, the weather outstanding. Actually, we didn't even need to open the window. We actually shut the windows before we went to bed because it was getting a little cool in there. And our heater even kicked on last night.
That's the first time that's happened in a very long time.
Yeah, so a welcome, refreshing sign that we're finally up in a part of the country where fall seems to be on the way. You know, when we lived in Florida all the time, there was no fall.
Yeah.
You had summer and like 3 days of winter, straight into spring, and then summer again. So nice to be kind of feeling some fall weather, very refreshing. Dylan loved it here. This place would be a super awesome stopover if you stopped while they were open. A lot of stuff here for the kids to do. They were more than accommodating, super friendly, and we even got last night. So back up, when we went to the store, we went into their store they have there. She opened it up so that us and the other couple of people that were here could kind of browse the store and make, purchase something if we wanted to. So we went in there and we had read that they have blueberry turnovers. Well, the store's closed, so they make those fresh, so they did not have any available.
Much to Dylan's dismay.
Yeah, Dylan wasn't happy. He was looking forward to it. So we made a few purchases.
So we purchased a couple of squash because at our last Walmart pickup order they were out of stock, so that was convenient.
Yep. So that was a nice find.
Only
$1
each. And then we found some cinnamon apple butter.
The cinnamon apple butter, super good.
Yes,
Super
we've already
good.
tried that. And
Yeah.
then we also purchased some Midwest favorite barbecue sauce. Have not tried that yet, but we are looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, if you follow the channel, we always have have a need for some barbecue sauce. We like trying different stuff, and if we can find some unique things, that's always neat to try out, you know, when we're doing our cooking out on the Traeger and barbecuing.
And this is just a perfect example of, if you think that having a Harvest Host membership means that you have to spend a lot of money on the overnight stay supporting the small business, these things that we purchased, you know, I don't feel like we just went in there and bought squash only. We purchased some other things, and $13 is what we paid.
Yeah, so, you know, they don't expect you to buy a lot, you know, and depending on where you stay, prices obviously vary depending on what it is. We bought a couple things from the store there.
And then, probably about
around 7 o'clock,
we got a knock on our door. I look out, and it was the owner that had opened up the store for us a little while ago, a little earlier, and she was holding a plate with 3 freshly made blueberry turnovers on them.
Yep, the plate was still warm.
Yes.
So
she said she felt bad because their store wasn't open while we were here and wanted to bring them to us. And she had another plate. It looked like she had already dropped a plate off to the people beside us, in front of us. Then she had our plate, and had another plate for the people on the other side of us. So that was really cool.
Yeah,
Dylan was super excited.
Very excited. And we definitely already knocked those out.
Oh yeah.
We knocked those out right there, not too long after you dropped them off, actually, and they were delicious.
Yes.
They were very, very good. Very, very good.
So talk about a Harvest Host going above and beyond, doing something they didn't have to do. So that was really, really appreciated.
Yeah, it's a really, really good experience. It makes for a great experience, and you know, we see why the reviews of this place were very, very good. We'll definitely be doing, you know, or leaving a review for this place as well, because we thoroughly enjoyed it, and you know, it's just such a great benefit to be able to have a place you can just whip in, park overnight. You know, obviously there's no hookups, but you know, we haven't seen one yet anyway that has an issue running the generator. I mean, everybody that was here had their generators running. We run it just kind of the minimum, and then once we get to a point where we can shut it down, you know, we'll shut it down, and we're not running it late into the night or anything like that. Kind of following, seems like everybody kind of follows sort of the same rules that you would find like kind of at a campground. Just, you know, when it starts to get later in the night, you know, 9 o'clock, 9:30 at the latest, you know, shutting everything down, and that way everybody can enjoy, you know, being out in peace and quiet out here in the country.
Yep. And since we missed the opportunity to do the corn maze here, we told Dylan we are going to search for one in our travels going forward here in the fall. But he was happy that he did have this cool little swing over here that he got to play on, so he played on that quite a bit, and he's a little sad to leave right now, but it's time to go on to our next Harvest Host. Yep,
so back-to-back Harvest Hosts. First time we've done that, so we will show you guys where we're headed for this next one. This one's going to be a little different. It's a farm as well, but according to the reviews we read, not your typical Harvest Host. So we're going to get ready to get packed up here, and you guys stay tuned. We'll bring you our next stop. Alright, so we're almost to our second Harvest Host. Ohio Green Acres is the name of it. Back here in Ohio farm country in Helena, Ohio. So we're getting close. Beautiful drive on the way in. It's a smooth drive today. Kind of a long drive from where we're at up in South Haven, Michigan. It took us about a little over 4 hours to get here today by the time we stopped and fueled up and everything. But not a terrible drive, just a long drive. But we're almost here, and this one's a little unique. This is a farm, but from what we've read, they don't have anything to purchase to pay them back. This Harvest Host is just, this gentleman has it set up to where he used to be a full-time RVer, so he's just providing a good place to park overnight, just to kind of pay it forward for all the help that he got while he was on the road as an RVer. So looking forward to meeting him, and we should be there here in a few minutes. Alright, so we're out here enjoying a very brisk morning walk after having a peaceful, very peaceful, quiet, cool night here at this Harvest Host spot. Man, what a fantastic place to spend an evening. You can see out here we got I think those are soybean fields. I'm not 100% sure. I think they're soybean fields, but just, I mean, you're out here just in the middle of farm country out here in Helena, Ohio. Man, it is beautiful, and our host could not be more friendly. Pretty much, you know, they have a nice little piece of property right here on the corner. They were RVers as well, still are. He still has his RV. They have a nice little piece of property. They have a barndominium built on it, which is pretty awesome. He's got electricity set up here. That's something that's very, very unique for a harvest host. That's not something you find very often.
Well, and the ones that you do find that have electricity available, that's usually for an extra cost.
Right.
And he doesn't charge, and he won't accept money for letting you use the electricity.
Yeah, I mean, they gave us a little. He gave us a little paper when we got here. Just kind of has their basic rules, which aren't very many. Basically, it's all common sense stuff. You know, be respectful. You're on somebody else's property. Throw your garbage in the garbage can. Clean up after your pet. Man, beautiful, beautiful piece of property they've got right here, and couldn't have picked a more perfect time to visit. I mean, it's what is it, about 56 degrees this morning?
Yep.
I'm cold.
Yeah, it's about 56, and it's kind of overcast with a little
windy.
breeze.
Yes.
So it definitely feels a little cooler than 56, but man, it is refreshing. We're
cold.
absolutely loving this cool weather that we're running into. So here's our setup. There's his super awesome barndominium, and we are parked right there in front of his RV. And there's actually another Harvest Host camper that is around the other side of us over there in an Airstream. So awesome place, awesome spot. When we head out from here, we're going to be moving on a little further south in Ohio, and that's actually going to be a city park to a city park that we're going to in Stowe, Ohio. So that's a little bit different setup too. We're excited to get there and check it out. We're going to visit Cuyahoga Valley National Park while we're there. So we're looking forward to bringing you guys all that footage. So for now, we're going to go back, get ready to get packed up, and get back on the road.
Yep.
All right, 2 awesome Harvest Host days. If you are ever in the Michigan/Ohio area where these two guys are located, definitely check them out. They're super awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys down the road. And now it's time for Dylan's favorite part, and that is marking off some more states.
Yep.